What is up, everybody? It's that time again. It is time for Between the Lines. So, I'm going to bring in my partner in crime, the man with the plan, the mastermind. Held it down last week when I was on vacation with the fam. We've got Mr. Geek Out with Roscoe. What's up, Roscoe?
What's going on? How you doing, Chris? How's the chat doing? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing well. At least I think
Excellent.
I am right now.
We're doing good right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a fun-filled night, a great night in store for you tonight. Before we get started, if you want to draw along with us, feel free to draw along with us. When we get to the end of the show, you can message either myself or Roscoe on Instagram, and we will be putting your artwork up for the audience to see if you so desire. That is not a requirement, just a suggestion. But before we get cooking, you know what time it is, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to roll the intro.
Hit.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Oof. Every time, man.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. That song always gets me. But enough of the formalities. Why don't we go ahead and bring in our guests for the night?
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, this has been a few weeks in the making. Talked to him before we even did our second show. And he had some obligations, and he was busy. But we're lucky enough tonight to have none other than Superpower Review. We got Kevin on the stream with us tonight. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, gentlemen? How you doing?
What up, Kevin? Thanks for coming, brother.
I'm already sketching.
No,
getting a layout going.
Good, man. That's good. Awesome.
How's everybody doing?
Good, man.
Peachy. Life is great.
Yes, it is, buddy. Yes, it is.
So we've got Kevin on tonight, and usually what we try to do is we try to get our topic for the night or our theme to match who we have on. For example, we had Nick's Kicks and Comics, who's a big Spider-Man fan. So we had Spider-Verse. We had Fable on, who is the king of Station, and we did Station. So with Kevin being on tonight, I don't think everybody knows, but if you don't, you haven't been watching his Instagram page because he is a fantastic martial artist. So, tonight's theme is martial arts / karate.
Ooh.
So before we get to breaking blocks and chopping boards, we're going to go ahead and say hello to who's in the chat.
I should have bought a board.
You should have on the board and then broke it.
There you go.
Oh, man.
We have Mr. Soul Twice in the chat. Pikachu.
What it do, Pikachu?
We have Remy Q in the chat saying hello.
Remy Q, what up?
Then we have a person that you're probably familiar with, Roscoe.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Ma?
Rings a bell. We have JQ in the house. What's up, Jay? Hope you're doing all right tonight. We have Knowles Fish 81.
What up, Josh?
We have the fantastic cosplayer Layla Shea, always in the house between the lines. So,
oh yeah, always supporting. She's done awesome cosplay. Check her out on Instagram. She just dropped one that was dope.
The Riddler.
Yep. Oh god, yeah, that was cool.
We have Digger Jim in the house. Hope you're doing all right tonight, Digger. We have Chunk Monster. What's up, Chunk?
What up, Chunk? My man.
The funny thing is, I have a good friend who we call Chunk. So the other day, my wife says Chunk says hello, and I think, which Chunk is it? She finally made it very clear who it was.
Yeah, that's my homeboy. That's one of my best friends right there. I've known him for a long, long, long time, and we've called him Chunk ever since I met him.
Chunk.
And yeah, we were just talking about this before the show started. I don't know, the lights are making my camera fuzzy, and I'm still working on all this stuff. So again, I guess this week I can be another butt end of a joke. So it's all good. We'll make it through.
Hey man, you got to go through the things, to work out the kinks sometimes, But
Yeah,
I mean, I could see you. I think, but
we have actual Dracula with us.
Drac in the house.
We have JC.
My man.
Let's see who else. Layla Shea says, Kevin, that is a cool Batman shirt.
Oh yeah, she's a Batman fan.
Why, thank you.
We have Austin in the house, Austin LeMay.
What up, Austin?
We have Luis Royello. I hope I said that right.
Uncle Lou. Just call him Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou. We have Whack Comics in the house.
Oh, what's up, Lee? Thanks, bro. Awesome.
And I think that is everybody. If I missed you, I'll see you eventually. But so again, tonight our theme or topic is martial arts or karate. And as you know, this is one of those things where you can kind of interpret the theme however you want to and draw based off of how you interpret it. So again, if you draw with us, if you're drawing along at home and you want to send us your picture, you can send it to myself or Roscoe on Instagram and we'll show it off. Probably would be better to send it to Roscoe because of the images on my camera and yeah. So
send them to me and then you can follow me. No.
Geek Out with Roscoe. But tonight we're going to be asking Kevin some questions while we draw, and we're just here to have some fun. Enough of the boring weeks and all the meetings and stuff we have to go to. This is just a chill time.
For real.
And yeah. I would say, but every time I say it, right now I'm not having to work because I'm out for the summer for school. So it feels good not to have to be in meetings at the end of every school day. But I won't say it because I know that as sure as I do, somebody's going to be offended. And Lord knows, the last thing I want to do is offend anybody.
I know. Then we lose followers, Chris. Oh, jeez. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sketching out what I'm doing over here. So I'm sorry I've been away from the camera. Chris, you've been awesome. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for coming. This has been great. So far, we got an awesome guest. Chris, you want to ask the first question? You want me to ask the first question? It's up to you, brother. You want me to kick it off?
If you would like, I'll give you that option.
Yeah, let me kick it off because I was drawing while you were doing the intro. So, Kevin, just to let you know, brother. Again, it's just a fun time. Some goofy questions, just some fun stuff, just to get see what your answer would be.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna go because I have a whole thing here of fun questions. So let's go with. All right, here we go. Say if you won a contest to go anywhere in the world, all expenses covered, and money is no option. Where are you going and why? Imagine if you're like, yeah, money is no option. I'm going to Japan tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
I would love to go to Japan. The only thing that would suck about going to Japan would be the plane ride. That would be my number one dream, to see the birthplace. Not even Japan, because Okinawa is part of Japan, but when Okinawa was developing karate, it wasn't part of Japan at the time. So Okinawa is the birthplace of karate, not Japan. But I would love to go see Okinawa in Japan someday and just, really, get to see the roots of where it started and all. And I really love how they, the spirituality that they have there, and just their culture. You know what I mean? I really love their culture and how they do things. And it's sort of like very militant over there, right? So it's a little strict, but yet there's like some kooky things where you can get like a coffee out of a vending machine. You can pretty much get a car out of a vending machine over there now.
I've seen like pancakes, I think, or like these like really fluffy like pancake things. Like I've seen some weird stuff come out of the vending machines they have there. Like
sure.
Don't they like? But yeah, that's cool, man. I love it.
I don't know. I would love to. If it was my wife's way, she would say, "We're going to Brazil because you haven't gone to Brazil yet." So my wife's from Brazil. So.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah, that's gorgeous there too, man. Those beaches.
So since we're talking about martial arts, I already have somewhat of a rough sketch of what I'm doing here. And so we're talking about martial arts, and of course, most of us who are coming on here are comic book nerds as well. So I wanted to try to blend the best of both worlds. So this is what I have so far. We got a Raphael going on here. So just kind of a bust sketch.
Let's see. I'm going to try to put you big here.
So there you go. So that's what we got so far. Just playing around with some stuff, seeing what we got. I might make the mask a little bit bigger.
Nice.
Absolutely. That was a good first question, Roscoe. Like, most of the time I'm like, how do I follow Roscoe's questions? But okay. Since you brought up the topic of the night, and that is martial arts, I'm going to ask you the age-old question, and we'll see what your answer is. If Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris fought in their prime, who do you think would win?
I mean, I can't do my boy dirty. I gotta say Bruce Lee. I mean, Chuck Norris is bigger. He has a little more mass to him. Not that he's fat. he was muscly, and not body shaming over here. But Bruce was just so much. Bruce was just so much faster. And he really knew his stuff, man. So I would definitely give it to Bruce.
Okay.
I hear you on that one.
Roscoe, do you want to weigh in on this?
I mean, I really would have to go. I would go Bruce Lee too, man. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong, Chuck Norris, man. But yeah, Bruce Lee, just from, I guess like how you said, quickness. I think there's just I don't know, but my boy Walker Texas Ranger. Complete. Hi, Louie. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I go Bruce Lee. Yeah. What about you, Chris? Are you going with Walker Texas Ranger?
I'm going with everybody would win because we would get to see one of the best fights ever.
That's great. Great answer. Way to save yourself there. If Chuck Norris is watching you right now.
Well, that's the good thing about being my channel. I don't have to worry about anybody outside of our community ever running across this. So Chuck Norris, I'm good.
All right. Let's see here. I got a bunch of fun questions, brother. All right, here we go. What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Favorite Halloween costume. Ooh, there's been so many, dude. Halloween was one of my favorite. Well, it still is my favorite holiday. Dude, this is such a tough one. All right, so my mom is a master seamstress. She owns her own
Oh,
sewing school. It's been open for 35 years.
what?
And so my mom used to make a lot of my costumes.
That's awesome.
And so I'm just going to go ahead with the OG of Halloween costumes. My mom once, for when I was in kindergarten, because this was big back in the day when I was a kid in the 90s, she made me a full-blown Street Sharks costume. And it was
Get
absolutely sick.
Yo, get out of here, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was legit, dude. Like muscle
Yeah.
padding and everything. I
Yes.
looked like I was on roids, bro.
Yo, do you
Right.
have a picture of that?
Dude, I know there's one somewhere. There's
Oh
got to
my
be one
gosh.
somewhere.
Oh my gosh, if that's not your new profile picture, I don't know what.
Dude, it was sick, but man, there's been so many great costumes. Like one time she made me and my brother, she made us Scorpion and Sub-Zero costumes. Like, so one
What?
side was yellow and you could reverse it and it would be blue, so you could be either or. And so that was pretty legit.
Yo, your mom's thinking in the future, dude. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty freaking cool.
That's so cool. All right, yeah. See, I told you I got some fun questions, man. That's awesome, though. I just actually, you want to know something? A couple months back, I just
Yeah.
got like a near mint Street Sharks issue #1, bro.
Dude, I have one right here. My boy Adrian Panda Awesome 316. We were talking
yeah.
one day, and he had some like like those questionnaires on Instagram, like, do you remember your first comic book? And I was like, I do, dude. I answered it. I was like, I do. It was a Street Sharks #1. I was so into that. I remember picking that out when my dad brought me to the magazine store, and he sent me an AOK, and I told him in the chat, like, dude, I want to get one again eventually someday, because like that's my first comic book I ever had. And he ended up AOKing me one, and this thing is absolutely near mint. So
Oh, beautiful.
dude,
That's
I almost cried when I saw this thing. I actually kind of did a little bit. I was like, dude, that is like one of the most insane AOKs ever.
Yo, that is amazing. I actually had to get mine on eBay, but I'll remember that, Panda. No, but no, I that's awesome, bro. Yeah, I've been nostalgic hunting lately though. Like I just got Darkwing Duck issue #1 in a near mint.
Yeah,
very happy about that. Gargoyles, I got #1. I've been like
gargoyles,
biker mice from Mars.
Yeah, dude, that's good time.
Chris has been dollar diving, making me super jealous by the stuff he's been sending me lately. What's up, Tyler?
Speaking of, hold up. I gotta show you two of my most recent ones. Since you mentioned it.
Oh yeah.
So this is the first one. This is the first one. I got this one for $2. Animaniacs #1.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I don't know, many people don't remember these, but this is one of my favorite toys from the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh.
And I absolutely, I saw this book and I was like, I've got to get it. Does anybody remember Mad Balls?
No, I don't.
I do. For sure.
I can't
Love
say
it.
that I do.
They were like baseball size. And they had these weird weird faces, like their eye bulging out and stuff, and they were like in the 90s. They were like really big, kind of like Nerf ball, like a Nerf ball type of thing.
Okay.
But
Yeah, see, Freaky Louie knows what's up. He said Mad Balls ruled.
I knew he would know. But yeah, that's
Okay.
awesome, dude.
So is it my turn to ask the question now?
Yes, indeed.
I couldn't remember. My mind is short. Kind of like me.
Where's
So let's see here. I've got about 10 in my head, and I'm trying to figure out the best placement for them. Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
I asked a question about Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris earlier, but we also know that Kevin is a big Ninja Turtles fan.
Ooh.
So let's just say it's a bad day, and all four of the brothers turtles are mad at each other. Okay,
Okay.
Who wins the fight?
So we got Bruce Lee against Turtles.
No. The four turtles against each other.
Oh, the four turtles against each other. Man, I would say that it's gonna go down to it's gonna go down to Raph and Leo.
Okay.
So like Donnie is obviously skilled with his bow, right? But like he doesn't like to fight. He's not really much of a fighter. He's the guy in the background. He wants to do his science stuff and his little nerdy stuff. And Mikey doesn't take anything too seriously. And so it's definitely going to be down to Leo and Raph. And I would say that Leo would win because Leo is very well poised. He definitely knows all of his opponents very well in and out. And Raph is just going to, the anger is just going to get to Raph. And so Raph is not going to be level headed. He's not going to think straight. So I'm going to give the win to Leo. And plus, Leo has more range than Raph because Leo has the swords, and Raph has more of close distance fighting with the Sai.
Okay. I don't like your answer, but I accept it. Everybody has their favorite turtle.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, and everyone's gonna say, well, I mean, see, I'm a big Raphael fan, so that's my view.
So am I. You know what I mean? I love Raph too.
But I can see where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
Distance aspect, that's for sure. But the only thing is I think Raphael's crazy. Like he gets so hot-headed that even if he gets like stabbed and he's just gonna go like, oh yeah, I don't care. Like I can see him just going nuts though, and just be like, put this sword through me as I come to you. Like.
And we kind of did see that in the last Ronin, right?
Oh, spoiler alert! Oh, there we go. Tyler said Jenica would win. You're right, because everyone would forget about her and she'd be sitting over there. No.
Oh, dang.
Now we just lost people that love Jenica. No, I don't mind her. She's all right. She's all right. Are you a big fan? Are you a big fan, Chris, of Jenica? Okay. Just want to make sure.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, she's all right.
I mean, I don't hate her, but it's kind of like when you have a certain car and that car does you well for so many years and you love that car, you've got memories of that car, and then they decide, oh, this car is obsolete. We're going to throw in a brand spanking new version of it and just paint it a different color. and that's kind of how I felt with Jenica. I felt like, okay, they're putting in a girl, a female turtle. I get it. I understand. Nothing wrong with that. But the four turtles have done well since what, 84? So why mess up the chemistry now?
Yeah,
I agree, but they got to do something new once in a while. Keep it
fresh.
going. You know what I mean? There's always the thought of new readers. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, I know Peter Laird was never a fan of having a girl turtle. Sort of like, hey, this is a boys' club, no girls allowed.
The He-Man Woman Haters, isn't that Little Rascals?
Indeed, it is.
Man, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
But all right, well, that was man. Look, man, he's got all the fighting questions tonight. I tell you, man, he's testing your knowledge on your expertise on who would win battles here. Chris is trying to get you.
I like it.
All right, here we go. Let's see what I got here for you. All right, here you go. If you could replace yourself as the main character in a movie, what movie would it be and why?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough one. Man, that's tough. Okay, if I wanted to choose a character in a movie and replace them with myself, who would I pick and why? Oh man, dude, that's a wild card right there.
My bad. I can ask you a different question if you
No,
want.
no, hold on. let it ferment a little bit.
Good. It gives me time to draw. It gives me time to draw, so that's good.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna just go with something out of the blue. For your out of the blue question, here's my out of the blue answer because it's literally the first thing that just popped in my head. I'm just gonna go with John Wick, dude, because he's badass. How's that? I don't know. I would like to fire a gun. I can't say I would do it any better than how Keanu Reeves would do it, but I think it would be a fun time to kick ass, break some limbs, shoot some guns.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Run
wow.
through the streets.
As long as someone kills my puppy in real life, all right?
Yeah, well, I was about to say you're a big dog lover, so I mean that kind of fits you there, right? You know, like
It does.
I bet you it happen if that happens, you turn into John Wick. No,
I
but
would
no,
do.
I love that answer. That's awesome. That's a great movie.
No lie. When you asked that question, I thought in my head he is gonna answer John Wick. I don't know why I thought it.
Wow.
Wow, look at this psychic down here.
ESP or something. I don't know. I'm using my ESPN.
I love sports. No. All right, cool. I like that. Chris, or were you thinking John Wick? He was going to say it because you want to be John Wick too.
No, I don't want to be John Wick. I can't stand that much of a constant fight. I'd be like, one fight, done. I don't want to do it anymore. Take my medallion. You can keep it. I don't need to be an assassin anymore.
I'm done. Gotcha. So your role would be more like Big Lebowski.
Well, Kevin put
Let's fuck, dude.
he made a really good point when he was talking about Donatello, because as you know, Donatello is my favorite turtle, and he's more of a background kind of guy. He doesn't like the confrontation unless he has to. So that's more me. I'm more of, let's see here. What's his name from Jupiter's Legacy? What was the main character's name?
Oh,
Was it the Utopian?
yes, that's it. Yeah.
I'm more like that. I don't want to kill. I don't want to fight, but I'll do it to protect what I love and what I feel like I should.
Okay. That's actually pretty cool. I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say I'm Homelander. No, I'm just kidding. No. No. See, I don't know. That's a tough question. What would I want to? Who would I want to be? I would want to be. Man, that's a tough one. I don't even know. I don't even know what my answer would be. See, yeah, I know.
You're having a hard time with your own question.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to answer it. All right, next question, Chris. No, I'm just kidding. It would. Oh gosh, I was thinking Happy Gilmore. I don't even play golf, but I just like the way that how everything ended, and his grandma got the house back, and and he has the hot lady friend, and I don't know. And then he looks up in the sky and sees the alligator with Chubbs and Abraham Lincoln. I just think that was a happy ending, so I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just what I'm gonna say. I got myself with my own question.
Yeah.
Aha.
Okay. We're going to swing it back towards a comic related question now. Most overrated superhero of all time.
Oh, easy. Superman all day.
Thank you. That's why I asked you on the channel.
I knew
Superman
this.
all
We
day.
talked about this, and I wanted to make sure. No.
Man, Superman is just so overrated, so boring. I mean, there's really nothing much else to say with that. Really, I just find him so boring. He doesn't do much. I mean, Superman just comes and saves the day. There's hardly any conflict ever. That's pretty much it. You guys want to see what I got so far?
You can show it, or you can let it be a surprise towards the end.
Oh, sorry. I kind of ruined that right in the beginning, didn't I?
That's okay.
What do you want to do, bro?
I love it. I love it.
I'm not looking at it. I'm waiting till the end. No, I'm just kidding.
I love
I-
it. Not gonna lie.
I don't even want to see your art, Kevin.
I don't even want to see it until this show is over. No. All right. Since you asked a comic book related question, I'm going to ask a comic book related question.
Copycat.
Well, I want to stay on the same theme.
I'm just messing with you.
First off, congratulations on the Werewolf by Night issue number 32 and a 7.0. That's freaking amazing.
Thanks,
First
man.
off, that's
Thank you.
great addition to your PC. That's amazing. And to follow up with that, you had mentioned that you enjoy covers where people are fighting one another on the
Yeah,
cover.
yeah, man. I really love my action-packed comics. You know what I mean?
So my question to you is,
Yep.
your favorite cover with two individuals fighting or multiple individuals fighting?
That's another good easy one. I can totally answer that.
Okay, well,
I
it's a two-parter. So
Oh, okay, all right. I would say that my favorite like action-packed cover with, with comic book characters fighting and duking it out would be Incredible Hulk 340, classic Todd McFarlane cover.
ooh. Okay.
That would definitely be my top favorite.
And then second part of that, favorite fight scene in a book between who and who?
Would it be bad if I wanted to do the same issue? Actually, I'm
No,
serious.
that's
I'm serious because that whole fight scene, like that is like, in my opinion, the best comic book fight ever. I mean, it's like the way how Todd McFarlane laid out those pages. He doesn't skip a beat, dude. Like that fight just keeps going on and on and on, and it gives everything that you want. It's got these two characters who just are fueled by rage all the time. You know what I mean? And this is the second time they're seeing each other since Hulk 181. So Hulk is very salty. He's like, you know what? Like, I want a round two. And he's like provoking Wolverine. Wolverine's like, hey, I'm the leader of the X-Men now. I'm trying to change. It's almost like he's like giving up alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, I don't do that stuff anymore. Okay. I'm trying to be composed. All right. Like, come on, dude. Like, let's just like, part ways, we can be fine. And Hulk's not having it. He's like, no, dude, I want a rematch. And there's just so many great panels in there. Wolverine, cuts him up really badly, and it's fantastic art, great storytelling by Peter David, and that is for cover and story, it's got to be that. If I had a second choice for best fight story in a comic book, would definitely be an ASM 300. I mean, seeing Venom and Spidey go at it for the first time is definitely cool.
Awesome. I was going to say an X-Men book. I love the bar fight between Juggernaut and Colossus.
Yeah.
I can't remember the issue off the top of my head right now, but that's one of my favorites. So I love that one. They just literally are fighting in a bar and destroy this bar. By the end of the thing, the whole bar is literally at the ground, and then they're like, "All right, next time," and it's like, "Huh?" I loved it though. I was just like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah, the
That's
writer
great.
told us we had to stop so they can keep selling the next issue.
Yeah, the book's over. All right, take care.
What issue is that?
Hold on, real quick. I'll find out. It's let's see. It is issue number 183, Uncanny X-Men 183.
I'll have to remember that.
I don't know if you can. This is what the cover looks like. This is them on the cover, duking it out.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
183,
So-
right?
Yep, 183. Yeah. So,
Alright.
but literally, like the whole bar comes down to their feet, and they're just like, "All right, I'm exhausted. Yeah, me too. All right, next time." You know, I mean, book's over. Let's go. No.
Yeah, Chris
Awesome.
Claremont told us to knock it off.
Yeah. He told us we need to stop. All right. Cool. Pachoo. Awesome. Yeah, I thought of that question because after seeing your the first appearance of Moon Knight, I was like, because I never actually read it. I didn't even read the True Believers of it or anything, or the Omnibus or anything. But that fight scene when you were showing, that was awesome. That was,
Oh, in the video, yeah, dude.
he just
Uh,
whoops them.
They're coming out with a True Believers next week, I believe, or
Yep.
next month.
Yep. Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's already I can't wait for that. But what about you, Chris? You have a favorite fight book?
Cover, not really, but I think one of the most memorable scenes for me wasn't because of it being necessarily key or anything like that, but one of my favorite fight scenes ever was in Ultimatum, and it's when the Blob, and if you don't know, Ultimatum is a pretty bloody or gruesome storyline. Blob corners the Wasp, and he picks her up and basically bites her in half and says she tastes like chicken. And no, little line from the book, he says tastes like chicken. And Giant Man gets so mad that he goes giant form and squashes the Blob under his boot.
That's great.
Now, why that's one of my most favorite, I don't know, but it's one of the most memorable for me.
Awesome. I like it.
Guys, this is a blast. Like, just drawing and talking. This is so cool.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad you can make it. That's great. I'm pumped, bro. This is awesome.
No, thank you so much for having me. I don't think I've ever, like, just been on a channel where we're just, like, talking books and just draw and stuff. Like, this is fun.
It's funny, after we interview people, they were like, it's so funny. Everyone loved, they're like, man, this was great. I had such good, and it's like, yeah, we're just here to chill, hang out and draw and, get to know you. And I was about to ask another question, but Chris, my main man, that's on you, brother.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? I was like, wait a minute, but I just answered your question. So,
I asked you a question. No.
okay, speaking of interviews, we know that you have done quite a few interviews and you talk with different YouTubers on your channel. Are there any that stick out in your head as your favorite, or are there any that stick out in your head as like, wow, this was one of the worst interviews ever? And you can be as candid as you want to be, or you can be as forthcoming as you want to be. Because I know that I've got one in my mind that we talked about before, and I don't know if it's one you're going to mention or not.
Maybe. So we're talking about anybody that I've had on the channel to that I've
What-
interviewed then.
Yeah, whether it's been a guest YouTuber or an artist or anything.
So like the worst one that stands out right away was a comic book artist that, and I don't know if this is the one you had in mind. There was a comic book artist that I asked to be on the show. He was really cool. Well, as we were talking before the show, he sounded really cool. And so it's the day of the interview, and he is an hour and a half late to the interview. And this is a comic creator, and I was super excited. And so I'm messaging him, emailing him, trying any way to get a hold of him, be like, hey, like, just so you know, like, the interview's here. And I'm checking my messages, like, I said Eastern Standard Time, right? Because this person was from California. And so I'm just going crazy at this point because the studio that I record in is about to close. And so this guy is not around, and I'm just getting so pissed. I'm getting so mad. So then he ends up showing up, and he comes on, and I'm like, hey, man, like, you're late, right? He's like, oh, yeah, I just, I went out into the market to go get some headphones. I'm like, okay, so now I'm feeling a little bit better because now he's actually called in. And so he goes, all right, give me 15 more minutes later. I got to go shave. And then he hangs up, and I'm like, dude, like, we're already an hour and a half, like, late. And then I'm going to my boss, like, are we going to be able to record in 15 minutes? Because, like, I know the studio's closing. You got to go home. I kind of want to go home, too. I'm fuming. I'm pissed. And so, sure enough, he comes back. He's all clean shaved. And the interview went very well. I mean, I have to say, I think I did a really good job showing that I wasn't really pissed off. But this was an artist that I looked up to, and I was really excited to meet. I've met him at cons before, and he was, he had his ways, and the interview went well. But after that, I was just like, I was kind of mad. But obviously, I wasn't mad enough because right after the interview, I was like, hey, I would like a drawing from you. Because I still wanted to get some sort of memorabilia from him. But so if anybody wants to know, the artist was Joe Rubenstein, who was very well known for inking the first Wolverine limited series, doing the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, his work is on a bunch of stuff. But that was probably it was a good interview, but not a good time getting the interview going. I was super, super mad. One of the best interviews on the channel, I would have to say, was Stephen Bissett, who was an artist for Saga of the Swamp Thing on Alan Moore's run. I was just super pumped to have this guy on the channel and just talk and talk and talk. He was super chillaxed, and I just loved his personality because I felt like we just melded so well together because we were so much the same. We were just so laid back, relaxed, and whatever. Let's just talk. And he gave a lot of great insight, and he was a great interview to have on the channel for sure. Like, I could have talked to this dude for hours. So the interview was an hour long, but I just could have talked to him for the longest time.
Yeah, you shared the exact same one that I thought you were going to share. and I remember after watching that interview, messaging you and going, was something off there? Because it definitely could be felt, even though I know you did the best job you could possibly do. And you were like, oh, it was noticeable.
Was it? Okay. I don't remember that, but yeah, I was like, I think I pulled it off pretty well. Like, I don't know, this dude just showing up late for an hour and a half, and I'm just here like waiting for him. Like, yo, where are you at, dude?
Well, I think the commission is what got me the most because I mean he's a professional artist, and what was it he forgot to do? The eye.
Yes, he was a professional artist, obviously, and so I got my drawing in, and it seems like he does everything fast with his commissions. Like, okay, like this is fast, easy money. That's sort of like the energy that I get from his drawing, and I said that I wanted Wolverine in costume, with a bloody claw. That's pretty much it, and so it came in, and his eyes, he had pupils in his eyes, which I thought was weird because you don't usually see Wolverine with his pupils with his costume on. It's just normally white. And so like I was like, okay, like that's cool and all, but his eyes were cross-eyed. Like I had a cross-eyed Wolverine drawing.
Oh,
And so I was like, okay, I think I paid like $120 for the commission. And so the other thing that he does too is that when he does his commissions, he leaves his pencil marks, and that kind of drives me a little crazy as well.
it's funny you said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's funny you said that. I'm in the middle of erasing all my pencil marks as you say that, and I'm just doodling. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
So like, and I knew that already, that he leaves his pencil marks, but like it just drove me nuts. So I actually had to go into this commission and fix some of the things that I thought were mistakes. I mean, we're all artists, we all have a different look at things. So I ended up taking white paint and going into his eyes and just whited them out, and it looked a million times better than what he had.
Wow.
For eyes. And then I ended up getting rid of his pencil marks too, that were driving me crazy, and I slapped it in a frame, and I was like, man, I'm finally happy with this. But when you're paying someone for a commission, I don't feel like you should have to go in there and kind of go, yeah, that's not looking right. Like I got to change that. I got to do something about that. And so that was, I love the piece. I still have the piece. I look at it from time to time. You're like, yeah, that's a really cool piece. But it also makes me think about the weird interview we had and the things that I had to do in order to make it look what it looked like today.
And the people that keep bringing it up.
Yeah, Chris. No. Wow, that's crazy, bro. You should never have to touch up someone's artwork.
No. So, I mean, I wish I had a picture of the cross-eyed Wolverine, and so I could show you guys, be like, no, I'm not crazy. The other thing, too, here's another thing about the commission that drove me nuts. If you're a comic book artist, I mean, if you're a reader of comic books and you love comic book art, you follow people in their artwork, you know where stuff comes from. So it was clear as day, too, that it wasn't even his original artwork. I mean, he did it, but it was derived from Alex Ross's artwork from Wolverine. I can actually maybe pull it up and show it to you guys.
Oh, so it's an homage?
It was an homage, but he just, took it upon him. Like, so like if he said like in tribute of Alex Ross or homage to Alex Ross
After
Alex Ross, no, not on the drawing at all. And it was just clear as day. Like, yeah, that's where it's from. Here, let's see, Wolverine,
Wow.
Alex Ross.
That's unreal.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, right here. Can I share my screen?
If I can figure out how to let you do that, absolutely. Let's
Here.
see.
It should pop up now.
Okay, yeah. Let's see.
All right. So this was the Wolverine he ended up doing in the middle here. So my piece looks exactly like this Wolverine. It's posed the same way, except the only thing that's missing is this other hand with the other claw. This hand and this claw is showing. And that's pretty much it. It's just a bust shot of the same exact pose.
Dang. Whoa!
It's a time loop, man. And so like that kind of bothered me a little bit too. It was like, man, like this guy didn't even take the time to do like his own artwork. Like I want to see how you do Wolverine on your own. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
don't know. It's still really cool, but again, like I said, I would have liked to have something that he done and not somebody else. It's like, hey, like I like Alex Ross, but I didn't ask for an Alex Ross homage. I asked for your
That's true.
artwork.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Wow. He wasn't feeling inspired that day. He just was
Yeah.
like,
Well, like I
Oh,
said, like I think he was just like, okay, quick money. Like this guy just
He
wants a
won't know.
Wolverine.
he won't know. He doesn't know
And-
Alex Ross like I do. No.
Alex Ross and I go way back.
Yeah. He let me borrow this.
Fable, speaking of former guests, Fable was one of our former guests on the show, and he said he's got to check out your stuff, Kevin.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Check out the channel if you got a chance. Any sort of like subscription I get is greatly appreciated. Work hard on that channel.
Yeah, I like your setup on your stage there, bro. That's dope.
Thanks, man. I mean, I'm blessed. I work for a TV studio, like I was saying, to answer Chris's question. I work for a TV studio. It makes it a lot easier. If I didn't have that TV studio, I don't even know if I would even really have a YouTube channel. I mean, that's kind of like what really started it, to be honest.
That's awesome. That's cool, man. Very cool.
That would be it. The ball is in your court now, Roscoe.
I know. I got you. I know. I'm looking to see which one I want to be. All right, here you go. Or want to be. When I want to ask, huh? If I was reading the question, if you could pick one vehicle from a fictional character to use, what would it be?
Whoo! Man, so many choices.
I know.
We
I
could
know.
go. I mean, I think the easy pick would be the Batmobile, but dude, I've
What?
always
You're not going
been,
Turtle Van?
no, man. I mean, it's just a Vanagon. It's a Volkswagen Vanagon, which is cool. Those are cool. But you know what? Like I said, the easy answer would be the Batmobile, but I'm gonna go with Kit from Knight Rider, dude.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? Come
That's
on,
cool.
Kit was cool.
I like that. Chris agrees. Chris definitely agrees.
I mean, it wouldn't be
Didn't.
it wouldn't be the one that I picked, but it is a great one.
Remember do you remember the show Viper too? Does anybody remember that?
Viper?
Yeah,
No.
it was a show where, obviously it was just about a Viper car. It was like almost Knight Rider, but with a Viper.
No, I thought you were
Okay.
gonna talk about bring up what's that one? Remember the boat from Hulk Hogan had a show called Tropic Thunder or something, or Thunder.
Thunder in Paradise.
Something? Yeah, he had a speedboat. That was his vehicle. It was the best. How's he catching people on land? Nah, it don't matter. He'll get there on water.
It's Hulk Hogan, brother.
Yeah, it's true. I love it.
Brother.
Oh yeah, brother. But, all right, cool. Kit, I like it.
Something different, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone who knows me is like, oh, he's gonna pick the Batmobile. Let's go with Kit, dude. The Batmobile doesn't talk unless Alfred's on the other line, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or Robin's in the passenger seat. I mean, it depends what Batmobile too. You go to Adam West joint.
if I were to pick the Batmobile, I would have to pick Michael Keaton's Batmobile. Sorry.
Ooh,
That's the Batmobile right there.
So we've got a great question from one of the people in the chat. Nick the Comic Nerd says, if you could only draw with one color and the shades it provides, what would it be outside of black and white?
I was just gonna say, does black count?
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
Dark gray. No. God.
I don't know. Do you guys have an answer for that?
Man, that's a tough one, bro. I like that
Blue.
question though, Nick.
I would
Blue.
like to see. I would like to hear Chris's answer to that. Actually,
Oh,
Blue.
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 I was thinking blue. Yeah. A lot of artists use the blue pencils. So I know some people use red too, but I would definitely go with blue.
and what are we? Or is it just you can use any kind of medium too? Like, is that like, or is it like only pens? Is it only markers? Is it only paint? Is it just everything?
Any
Man,
colors.
Blue's got to. I mean, it's got to be blue or it's got to be red. I mean, those are the two other like dominant things that I'm just thinking about pen wise, not marker or anything. He said any medium. Okay, Nick. I gotta go with blue. Yeah, blue. I guess. I mean, you just need to make sure it's something that's appealing to the eye too, because red can. If you're always constantly in red, people are going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? It can look cool, but if it's constantly always in red, some people may get annoyed by it.
Unless you're Picasso.
Well, but I mean, well, there's a difference there. But I mean, yeah, I guess I got to go blue. Blue is good. Blue
That
is
was a
good.
good question, though.
Yeah, it was. Very good question.
Yeah, tried to get me
And-
there. I see you, Nick.
And chat, if you ever have a question like that, feel free to ask because, we may catch it, we may not. If we do, then we'd be happy to ask. Because, I mean, really, it's like Roscoe said earlier, this is a get to know you. So,
For sure. Did I ask the last one? Yeah, the vehicle. Yeah, it's on you,
Yep.
Chris. It's on you, brother.
Great question.
Yeah, that was cool.
okay, I'm going to get away from pop culture. Well, maybe not so much pop culture, but comics and movies and television. One thing that I've wanted to know, and other people may want to know eventually or may want to know now, what's your favorite genre of music?
Man, so when I was a young teen and into my early adult ages, like 19 through 21, I've always been a huge fan of punk rock. Punk rock was my go-to. Punk rock was always my jam. So I have a very soft spot for punk rock in my heart. But for now, what I'm listening to right now a lot is like 80s horror synthwave. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is it called again?
It's like 80s synthwave, like music you would hear from like the opening of Stranger Things, or
like Time Cop 1983.
yes, exactly, perfectly
Dude,
well put. Yes.
Awesome, cool, bro. That's what's up, man.
So I like metal and stuff, and I don't really listen too much of like classic rock and roll anymore because it's just like so overplayed. I can't deal with it anymore. But no, I definitely love me some like synthwave, electric synthwave 80s feel.
That's awesome. MGMT.
Yeah. See, he knows what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. I use a lot of that for when I put stuff up on my story on Instagram.
Me too.
I always use those, man. Because I just feel like it sets a mood too. Like, I think it's cool, man. That's awesome.
So, just giving a time check, how are we going on the drawings?
I think
Dude,
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just
I'm-
chiseling along here.
I'm actually doing really well. I'm almost done, man. Can you believe it? Oh,
I'm
so
proud.
Kevin, just to give you a heads up, bro, I always have a hard time trying to finish before the end of the show, so I'm always rushing towards the end. But I'm actually not doing too bad, even though it's already been an hour. Hasn't even
Well-
felt like an hour. Holy man!
No, it hasn't. Man, it's been that long already. Wow.
I mean, dudes, I can go a little longer if you want.
Well, I have to be off shortly because I'm on Burt family's chat tonight with Meet the
Cool.
Burt fam. So
Gotcha. I mean, I'm almost I'm almost done. I mean, with black and whites and stuff. But if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram, I probably will finish this up later and throw it up on there. But no, this guys, man, this has been a blast, dude.
Awesome, man.
Can we please do this again?
absolutely.
There's
'Cause
no
this
doubt.
is-
There's no doubt, brother. Yeah, I'm just finishing it up, adding color here, and man, this is I'm loving this piece I did, bro. This is so much fun. I can't believe this is so cool. Sorry, I'm like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but this is pretty freaking cool. Yeah.
We do have another question from the chat. Layla Shea Cosplay says, "What is your favorite fighter from any video game?"
Oh, dude. Scorpion, Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Definitely got to go with Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I mean,
Wow.
Mortal Kombat is the fighting game. It's my all-time favorite. I've been playing that game since it came out. So like that came out in 1993. I've been playing that with my brother, even though the second player remote was never put in. Does anybody have a sibling where okay, you can play with me, but the remote won't be playable?
Oh, jeez, that's great.
It always killed me playing somebody that was not a video game person that would just mash the heck out of the buttons and then end up beating you
Oh, yeah.
because, just dumb luck.
That happens all the time, dude.
That's the way it goes. I used to have to do that myself. So no. I used to have to do that, but oh man, I am digging this piece right now. Man, this is so cool. I didn't think it was going to come out as good as it did, but color definitely helps. That's for sure.
Stop teasing me, man.
Yeah, this is going to be cool, man. Oh, I got to finish one more thing. Are you done, Chris? You all ready, bro?
I am.
Okay, all right. I should have known. What am I saying? He's always ready. He's always waiting on me. I'm sorry, I have a pen cap in my mouth. He's always waiting on me. He's always waiting for me to finish on these drawings. But I'm just about done. Oh, who would you want to go? Who would you want us to go first out of both of us here, Kevin?
Ooh, I mean, flip a coin. I mean, I'm gonna see them all anyways. Since Chris is done first, I guess I'll go with Chris.
I'll wait until we got a little bit of time if you need to finish something up.
I mean, I'm almost done with inking everything. I'm just having a hard time figuring out what I want to do with the neck area here.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just about done. So I'm just putting on little finishing touches here and there. This is awesome.
I didn't do any color tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
You're the king of color, and you didn't do any color tonight.
No.
Okay. Well, I did color, and oh man, this is cool. I'm sorry. All right, cool. I'm done.
I'm not happy with mine.
What? You're not happy with yours? What do you mean? I don't believe it. You won't be happy, but then when everyone else sees it, everyone will be happy. So I already know how this goes. Oh, can I ask you one more question while we're just diddly daddling?
Not allowed, of course, man.
No.
No.
Oh man, because I still have a couple questions here, but All right, I'm just gonna ask this real quick. This is art related because you do draw. Everyone should know he actually does draw. Check him out if you don't follow him. Follow him definitely. Superpower Review over on YouTube as well as Instagram. Karate Kevin. definitely does some awesome artwork. So let me ask you, what was your favorite character, or doesn't have to be a character, or item to draw? Like, like any kind of item or something.
So, favorite thing to draw, I mean, I do it every time I even warm up on anything, really quick, just do a Venom. So that would be like my favorite character too, as well. I'm just a sucker for monsters, teeth. You know what I mean? Venom is very and aesthetically pleasing. It looks really good.
Okay.
But yeah, like if I'm about to do a drawing, I always like just do a semi-quick Venom real quick just to kind of loosen up, because like I feel like I can just bang out Venom really quick. You know what? Maybe no, that would defeat the purpose of today, of the topic of being karate, because it's like maybe I should have just done a Venom.
You could have done like you could have done Venom like what do they call a gi?
Gee, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could have done that, like, or you could have done a karate character Venomized. So
damn,
yeah.
I like the way you think.
Man, well, wait till you see my picture and you'll see where all my mind always goes, bro. I'm always got something crazy going on.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm going to answer a question from the chat. It was great. Shop for Comics. It was hot, but we were able to ride every ride in the park, both Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So I would chalk that up to a good day.
Awesome.
I actually talked to Roscoe from Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy's calling me. I was like, oh, I gotta check and see, is he okay? And all of a sudden, he's just like, I'm taking a little breather right now from riding all these rides. I was like, man, I don't blame you. I live in Florida, so I know it's about 1,000 degrees out there.
Oh, dude, I miss Florida.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes when it's not hurricane season and there's one, heading towards you. So, but it kind of went off course, so it's not really going to hit me as bad, I hope.
That's good news.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm all ready to go here.
Okay.
If you guys are all ready to go.
Well, let's do this.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, since Kevin put me in the hot seat first, I did kind of a hodgepodge tonight. I'm not usually like that. I do one thing, but I stuck with black and white tonight, and I was like, I'm just going to do some characters that I have loved that were martial artists. So I have Storm Shadow, Pat Morita, Chuck Norris, and Bruce Lee.
Wow, you did that in an hour? Holy cow, dude.
See? I told you.
Whoa!
Didn't I tell you that he's like, oh, I'm not too happy with it, and then he pulls out a
And you
freaking
even
masterpiece.
did the karate kanji? I
I
can't get a
did.
good shot of it, but
I ran out of
Man.
space, so I had to make that really short, but
holy schmoly, dude.
Wow.
And you did the pencil layout in an hour too?
yeah.
Woo! This boy is fast.
You should see him on Lamer Frame, man.
Well, I remember, because like every time you go live drawing too, like I always say, like, dude, you go super fast. Like it takes me forever. Like if I were to be at the point where you were like doing right now, that would take me at least a day and a half.
I hear you, right?
For me, it's more of knowing what I want to put down, where I want to put it down before I ever start to draw. Now, granted, I used a couple, like this Chuck Norris. That's from the Marvel comic Chuck Norris book that was out. It's just his headshot from the cover of that book. I mean, it's.
That was
See, I
that's
told you,
insane,
look,
dude.
Yeah, isn't that insane? I know.
That is
I mean,
insane.
I know. That's what I told you. I knew that he was going to draw, and he was like, "Nah, I don't like it too much." And then all of a sudden, it's like punches you right in the face. I love that. I love it. And then the whole crowd goes wild in the chat. Okay. All right. So tonight is karate, and I'm a big cartoonist. I love cartoons and stuff. So I went with a old school. With
That's
Hong Kong
awesome.
Phooey versus Kung Fu Panda. and I gave him the the Street Fighter lives up there, first player, second player. So
That is awesome. I love
Dang.
Kong Fooey. I just love his color palette.
Wow.
so
Wow, you guys are fast. All right, you guys, do you want to see how slow I'm at? do you want to see how much time I take with my drawing? So this is just blacks and inks. This is just inks done. And here's my RAF.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love
Nice.
that, man.
So
See-
that's pretty much what I got.
I love
You
that,
have
man.
you have some very good line work.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
like
Thank you.
it's very sharp. I love that.
Thank you.
That's
So,
awesome.
Turtles, martial arts, you know what I mean? Why not?
I know
and
I
I-
should have been. I love turtles. I didn't even think of turtles tonight.
I stayed away from it because I was like, if we're having Kevin on and it's martial arts, the likelihood of him doing turtles is very high. And I don't want to
You know
do
me
the
too
same
well.
thing he does. So I was like, I'm just gonna go. And my first question was who would win in a fight between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good question, man. Yeah, man. Training. I mean, I trained for an hour and a half today outside, practicing my weapons. I was practicing side, which is another reason why I did Raphael today, because I actually did train with my side today. So, but yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys having me on, man. This was a blast. I would come on here anytime, any day, just to chill and chat with you guys and draw. This is so much fun.
It was a
Awesome,
pleasure
bro.
having you on, man. It's always good to have you on, Kevin.
Oh yeah, definitely, brother. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
JC says, "Where's Vanilla Ice at?"
Very good. Very good.
Oh man, go ninja, go ninja, go! No,
That's right. Listen to Nick the Comic Nerd. Smash that like button, people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you know what? While we're at it, let's go around the horn. We'll see what everybody has coming up on their channels. And if you're not already subscribed to Superpower Review, he's over. Golly, I can't even. There we go. He's over there, pointing like ET. If you haven't subscribed to him, please do so. Kevin has some amazing content. He's always
Thanks, man.
posting very spot on content. And not to mention, he's just a fun guy to watch. I miss the Monday shows that you did.
Oh, really? You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I was just literally going to ask on the channel, like maybe in the next few days, if anybody misses the Superpower Hour.
Yeah, my wife watched it with me, and she loved watching it. So when it stopped, we were like, "Well, what do we do with our Mondays now?"
Okay. All right. Well, that definitely puts in consideration of maybe possibly bringing it back.
There you go.
Thanks,
But please go subscribe to him, and if you're not, subscribe to this guy down below, Roscoe. I know he's on this channel, and you're probably here for him because I know that all of Roscoe's friends and family come out when he's online. So it's great, though. I'm glad he has that support. But this has been a fun night. So, Kevin, what do you have going on your channel coming up?
So for this week, I'm not sure what I have coming up this week, to be honest. So it's going to be a little bit of a busy work week. I definitely have a list of show ideas to get out, but I will tell you that if you check out some of my previous content, you guys should, because there's some good stuff there. There's a flea market video I did where I show you guys like how my local flea market is almost like a Comic-Con. Check that out, because the stuff that you can see at this flea market is just absolutely insane. It's comics, toys, cards, you name it, it's there. I opened up a Grail recently. That was a lot of fun. And I also go live every Saturday for What's That Comic Book, where I pretty much hang out with anybody from the comic community, whether it's YouTube and Instagram, and we just randomly pull comic books out of our collection for an hour and try to give as much information about them as possible. It's a lot of people's favorites live stream on my channel. So you can look forward to that. Also, the channel, I believe, is 30 or
25 subscribers away from 2,500. So once we get there, there'll definitely be a giveaway. So you guys can look forward to that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw that flea market video. That was cool that you did it with your brother too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
I still
Yeah, a lot of
remember.
awesome stuff.
I still remember the first video you posted going to that flea market. It was like the first time I'd ever seen your channel, and I watched it and I was like, dude, he's got flea markets like that there. Like, and the funny thing is, Roscoe and I had talked, and I've actually mentioned this to the Burt chat, that I had an idea for a show called Trash or Treasure, where people go to flea markets and antique shops, and like every other week you have people come on and the audience gets to vote on who found the best treasure at the flea market. So
That is a good idea.
so it may be something that you see coming to the channel soon. I'm not sure. There's still a lot of planning that goes into that. But that video, I was like, dude, that is what I always envision going into a flea market, and I always leave so disappointed.
That's how I probably have the same reaction every time I go to a yard sale, because like I know a lot of people down south will be like, oh, like look what I found at a yard sale today. Like I'll go to yard sale and pretty much almost 95% of the time I'll ask, hey, do you have comic books? No. Like,
Yeah.
and then you guys like, look, I found a New Mutants 98 today at a yard sale for $1. Like,
Oh man.
Well, it's an excellent video, and I know how you feel about yard sales. I've recently gotten into watching yard sale videos on YouTube,
yeah.
and there's a guy that I watched actually just a couple of days ago called Longbox Lover.
Oh, I love that guy. Yeah.
And he goes to estate sales. He was showing books off that he found at an estate sale, and I'm going, holy crap!
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
I gotta get better with like finding these estate sales, because like that's another thing too. Like not only yard sales, like I'll see a sign on the side of the road be like estate sale, and I'll be like, oh, let's go check it out. Like let's see if they have comics. You guys have comic books? And they're just like, who's this grown man asking for comic books? Like, who is this dude? Like, no, we're adults here. We're trying to sell our stuff in our home.
Oh man. I have these coloring books. Or no.
We've got a million copies of Little House on the Prairie, but we don't have none of them funny books.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Well, Roscoe, what you got going on your channel, man?
I actually so I did last Saturday. I did a show on spine ticks. I was on there for 8 hours. It was unbelievable. But I'm gonna
Roscoe.
It's
I'm subscribed to you.
Geek Out with Roscoe is my name on here. Anyone else that's in the chat, Geek Out with Roscoe. But yeah, I'm actually gonna be on Spine Ticks again next Saturday. And I think actual Dracula is gonna be on there too, and Slim from Slim's Comics, and some other people. They just pop in and out. So that was cool. But that's me, brother. Awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, another subscriber.
Yeah.
On the road to 150. You're like, I got about 2,500.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. It's a grind.
No, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm just starting out, but I have some stuff that's going to be coming out here soon. I'm editing videos and stuff. I know I keep saying it, but other things keep popping up. But I'm going to get there, But like I said, I'm going to be on Spine Ticks this Saturday.
Cool.
So, what about you, Chris? What you got going on? Hey, what's up, Justin?
So I have, I'm reprising Art with the Professor this weekend. I didn't get to do it the last 2 weekends because, well, I didn't do it last weekend, but I was in a different state without any of my art supplies. So I'm ready to get on that. Other than that, I have Let's Talk About It on Wednesday night. This week it'll be on Remy Q's channel. I'm not even sure who the guest is. He's been very tight-lipped about it. That might be a good thing because the last couple I have felt kind of out of place. But I have also on July 30th and 31st something huge coming to the channel. It's a 24-hour live stream.
Whoa!
It is, and it will be a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, and we're going to be auctioning off artwork. We're going to be auctioning off books, giving away prizes. I'm sure Roscoe, he's all for it. But that's going to be a 24-hour live stream, and it is going to be tremendous because I know that anything that people in this community, if I know anything about the people in this community, they show up when the time is called for them. And it's one of the greatest communities in the world. And that's right, Austin LeMay put it in the chat the best. It's Comics Curing Cancer. I'm so stoked about it. It's an amazing opportunity, and it's to help combat a disease that I know that so many people have been touched by, whether it's a friend or a family member or just somebody that lives near you. So let's do everything we can. If you want to be on it, if you want to draw and auction something off, or if you want to send something to be auctioned off, all you have to do is message me on my Instagram channel, and I will get you hooked up. I'm finalizing the time slots, so it is coming together quite nicely.
Oh, by the way, I got an at home.
Okay, awesome. Let me put you big here. And that's all that I have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yes, definitely can't wait for that. But I'm sorry. Yes, I have an at home edition here from Layla Shea.
Very nice.
Nice.
You see that better there?
Yep.
Looks like Chuck Norris, Walker Texas Ranger style, kicking some butt.
Love it.
Get it.
Even got Texas in the bottom of it.
Awesome.
Love it. I think that's the only one I got for tonight. Yeah, that was the only one I got tonight. So, but still awesome. Appreciate you. Layla Shea's been doing it almost every week now. So, I love it. Awesome.
That was funny. That was
Awesome.
good.
So, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and come back next week because the show just keeps getting better and better and more fun every week. We've had some amazing guests, Kevin being one of them.
Thank you.
We've had Fable, we've had actual Dracula, and next week will be our 5th show. Can you believe?
I know,
5th
right?
show already.
It's crazy.
So
I can't believe it.
yeah. So does anybody else have anything they want to say before we end the night?
Other besides, yet again, thank you so much for having me, and this was a rocking time, man. This was so much fun.
Well, thank you for coming, Kevin. You're welcome back anytime. Anytime you want to show back up, you just message us and we'll get you in.
Please.
All right. That is it. I'm going to say my normal thing before I end every show, and we'll hit the credits. Be a blessing to somebody today. Most importantly, I hope that you are blessed. Let's hit the credits.
Those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.